Welcome to Memorial Field. It is boys lacrosse today. Quarterfinals of the Section 1A playoffs. Mamaroneck Tigers, the number 2 seed at 13-3, are coming to face off against Mahopac at 8-9 and the 7 seed. And last year, Rob, this was a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, you could call it a blowout. The other thing to call it is a shutout. It was kind of shocking, really. The Mamaroneck was able to last year hold Mahopac scoreless for a whole game. There were two good teams again this year. So a bit of a shocker, but it just showed how good Mamaroneck that team was last year. They did go on and win a second section title. And
now, Rob, what do you think are some of the keys to win this game?
Well, I mean, you can say easily you need to play good defense. Reed Malice is going to have a good game. Other guys like Ben Martin are going to have a good game. But what I think what's going to make the difference for the Tigers today is they need Ben Shapiro, who's been great all year as a face-off specialist, to keep winning the majority of the face-offs. If Ben Shapiro can win all those face-offs, as he's been doing this year, that's going to jumpstart the Tigers' offense. It's going to keep the ball out of Mahopac's hands. It's going to make it a lot easier for Mamaroneck to win this game.
All right, matchup coming up next. Alongside Rob Moretti. We were delayed a good 20 minutes because one of the refs thought the game was in Mahopac, but as you can see here, it is at Mamaroneck. Quarterfinals of the Section 1A playoffs. Ben Shapiro winning the face-off, as Rob highlighted, is his specialty.
And just like that, he immediately checks out to get Reed Malice back on the field.
Malice will pass to Charlie Harris. 4 12-minute quarters is the format for this game. Harris will try to make a move, get inside, will be pushed back out. Harris will pass to Greenberg. Gets a shot and saved. Harris shoots and it goes through.
And this is going to be the key for Mahopac, because I do expect Ben Shapiro to do well. They have to defend this Tigers set offense well, and it looks like so far they've been doing a good job.
This is Chris Conley getting pushed around behind. Greenberg, inside, shoots and scores. Alex Ewald with a goal. It goes through Mike Arasico, the goalie for Mahopac, lets up his first goal of the night, and it's 1-0 Mamaroneck Tigers. A good start for them.
Yeah, Ewald, when he caught that one, he was in perfect position to shoot one-on-one with the goalie. All you have to do is catch it cleanly and get that shot off in a good spot, and Ewald did both.
Shapiro back in for the Indians. It's Nick Shearing. Shapiro wins another.
And he usually wins these running. Leads to a lot of goals in transition for the Tigers as well.
Let's go, defense!
Reed Malice. And they'll have Charlie Harris sub in for, not Charlie Harris, rather Max Ellis sub in for Ben Shapiro. Max Ellis is the captain and the best defender on the team. They didn't have him in as a close shot taken by Reed Malice. They didn't have Max Ellis in because they were so sure Shapiro would win the faceoff.
I don't have a stat on it, but he's got to have won over 80% for the season.
Harris loses the ball, and it's a scrum pushing, and it's Mamaroneck possession.
We're over 2 minutes in. Mahopac hasn't held the ball yet.
Greenberg shoots and save. Knocked out of the side. It will be Mamaroneck possession still. As you may be able to see, very good audience here today.
A lot of alums in attendance too. Just got finished with first year of college. A lot of first year freshmen in college who graduated class of 2013 from here.
Ben Martin, that's out to Greenberg, and now to Reed Malice. Inside of 9 minutes in the first quarter. 3 minutes have gone by.
Double up on him!
Oh, good move by Malice, and he shoots and just misses. He now taken downfield by Doug Huber from Mahopac, and this is Mahopac's first possession of the game.
Really, Mahopac lucky after all that possession from Mamaroneck just to be down 1 goal, and now with the ball a chance to tie it up.
And slashed in the head, no call. Giorno being hotly defended by C. McElroy.
This Tigers defense all season, good at limiting opportunities for the opposition.
Good moves by Donahoe rather. Donahoe, one of 3 brothers on the team. Or 2 brothers and a cousin, actually.
Good lacrosse family.
Yeah.
See Mahopac here kind of cycling through. Mamaroneck not really giving them anything that looks good in terms of an attack opportunity.
Some tight defending by McElroy, and an interception by Reed Malice. Rushing off field and getting back into the game is Ewald now. They didn't try to get those substitutions done quickly. Mamaroneck still with possession.
I do want to note the Tigers, or actually the winner of this game, will face number 3 North Rockland in the semifinal on Tuesday, Saturday night right now. Mamaroneck hoping
Harris,
it's them.
good move, and tries to bounce it in, but it is deflected by Arcicchio.
If Mamaroneck wins the game, they'll host. If Mahopac wins, they'll visit North Rockland.
And it goes through. It's going to be Mahopac possession.
Very similar to how the game went last year. Defensive battle.
Max Ellis with the ball. Get back to McElroy. We'll see if Mahopac could score this year. They didn't last year, losing 10-0.
Journal News actually picked on Mahopac to win this game, but 9-8, so it's a tough call.
What do they know?
From experience, they don't know a whole lot.
Yeah.
Actually, the Low HUD writer Mike Doherty is infamous the last 2 years for always picking against Mamaroneck in the playoffs, and of course they've won 2 straight section titles.
Well, they're the 2 seed this year, poised once again to compete for a 3rd straight section title. Malice to Conley. Now Greenberg with the ball and shoots. It is another good save by Mike Arecichio.
They're going to need him to be big. Goalie play going to be very important.
And a shot taken, it hits the post. And it will remain Mahopac possession. Donahoe with the ball. 4:47 left to go in the first quarter. Looking like a pretty good game so far. And passes in, and a shot taken by Purell, and a save by Mamaroneck. That is Jake Rosen, the senior.
Rosen standing tall that last one or two sequences.
Now Mahopac ball after the turnover. Try a pass back to Donahoe, who will shoot, and stay Mahopac possession.
Extra effort there from Kyle Dillon to stay ahead of the Mamaroneck defender. Keep the possession alive for the Indians.
Giorno. Donahoe. That is to Eric Donahoe now. Shot taken by Pearl, another save by Rosen. And then a knockdown by Jake Rosen, and that's not going to be taken too kindly by the officials or Mahopac.
It looks like Mahopac is getting better opportunities in transition, so they're going to have to move around. They can't just run this set offense. Mamaroneck's been up to the task on it so far, as you see here.
Well, Mamaroneck will forced a turnover, but in trouble was Brett Young. Max Ellis now trying to get it out of their own backfield, loses the ball, and it goes through a defender. Now to Reed Malice, so fortuitous bounce will create another Mamaroneck possession. Now Malice will shoot and tries to slip it through, but doesn't get in. Eric Ewald now with the ball, or Alex Ewald, excuse me. Now Charlie Harris. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Starting to get darker here at Mamaroneck.
Can thank the official for that.
Greenberg shoots. Another good save by Mike Arecichio. Both goaltenders playing very well today. Try to pass to Donahoe, but it's not successful.
We've seen the one thing that can stop Mamaroneck is outstanding goalie play. I think it was last year the Lakeland Panis, it was a semifinal game. They were down at halftime because of the Lakeland Panis goalie got hot. Then obviously they came back, tied it, and won in overtime, but for one half, it looked really bleak from Mamaroneck in that game.
Conley back to Martin. Ben Martin spends the majority of his time behind the goal on offense. He's been very effective there this year and last year. Back to Malice. Malice shoots and it just misses.
That one went just wide. I thought it was going in. And Malice can shoot it any way. He can go through the air, underhand, he can bounce it. I saw him shoot once backhand blind, not even looking. He scored.
And turnover by Mamaroneck. An errant pass. And it will be Mahopac possession. 1:14 to work with, and just a slash by Ben Martin. Not successful. A timeout by Mahopac, so 1:06 left to go in the first quarter. 1-0 Mamaroneck Tigers. We'll be right back. Donahue with the ball. Donahoe. Mahopac down 1-0. Some tight defense by Mamaroneck. Donahoe slips and nearly forces a turnover. Actually, now it's a scrum for the ball, and you'll get it back.
I'm sure he planned it that way.
Right. Well, the clock is stopped, or the seconds did not count down at least. It's under 30 seconds now. So Mahopac saving ball for the last possession of the quarter. Shoots and it goes through. Brendan Donahoe scoring the first goal for Mahopac and tying the game at 1 apiece.
Well, now Mahopac's broken through for the first time in 2 years against Mamaroneck, so at least they know they can do it now. That's a big momentum shift there, even though Lacrosse, 1 goal isn't usually a big momentum shift, but the way this game's been going, it's been very defensive. It is a big deal.
Well, Mamaroneck has 16 seconds left to score. So does Mahopac, but we're assuming Shapiro will win the face-off. A lot harder this time, but he does win it.
He got pushed.
Yeah.
They're giving it to Mamaroneck.
10 seconds, Mamaroneck ball. Greenberg with it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He's gonna have to take a shot now. Shoots and it is just wide. And that will be, or actually 1 second left on the clock.
Think they have an inbounds play like in basketball?
It will not work, so 1-1 should be the score on the scoreboard. It says 1-0, but we're gonna go with 1-1 after the first quarter. We'll step aside and be right back here on LMC-TV.
Rob Moretti here along with Robert Reamer. Second quarter of action is underway and the faceoff comes straight up in the air. It's won by Mamaroneck. As Eric Greenberg in possession of the ball. Ewald passes back to Martin. Ewald again.
Martin only one of 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Mamaroneck, him and Max Ellis.
It's impressive. This team went 13-3. One of those losses in overtime to Bronxville in their first game of the season. And they beat Staples this year too, a highly regarded lacrosse program in Connecticut. That was a 6-5 game in the rain. Malice thinking about shooting and he scores!
An opportunistic shot by Irene Malice, but it goes through.
He can shoot from anywhere.
He has accuracy. One of the quarterbacks on the football team this year. You know, he could throw a ball.
Oh, last year. This year he didn't play football. Maybe because they were committed for lacrosse. They didn't want him to get hurt. Because he was in line to probably get that starting job. Either way, 2-1. And how about that? It's won by Mahopac. Nick Saring coming away with it. Tigers able to knock it away. This one is going to go. Now it goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Mahopac ball. Captain Glenn Janik with it. Mahopac looking to respond after the Mamaroneck goal. It's Eric Donahoe with the spin move, still with the ball. He goes back up top for Kyle Dillon. Dillon, Eric Donahoe, some contact, the ball pops out and it's loose. And picked up by Mateo Brody before a whistle. Timeout Mamaroneck. Actually a good time for a timeout while he had possession. And was that a timeout or Mamaroneck staying on the field?
Might have just been a brief one, I guess.
What do you say? Go get him, guys?
I mean, yeah, you don't need to take all the time. They probably just wanted to, take a substitution.
It's probably to retain
Yeah.
possession of the ball. Malice
Right.
has it on the restart. They should do that in basketball. So actually, I didn't want to actually talk to my guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to call a timeout. Let's get on with it.
Make the college game a lot quicker at the end, at least.
Martin gets pushed, no call. Unloads. Chris Conley on the far side, now up top for Malice. Charlie Harris now. We were talking about how many underclassmen are on this team for Mamaroneck, and they're 13-3. How good will they be next year?
Probably pretty good.
That one scores. Liam Monahan with the catch and shoot, and it's 3-1 Tigers.
Liam Monahan, one of those juniors.
Tigers picking up a little momentum here.
A nice surge out of the second quarter.
We've seen Lacrosse, a game of runs, and really it's just a matter of make your run keep going and don't let the other team start a run. Face-off comes out backwards. Tigers look to be all over it, and it is picked up by Eric Greenberg. Greenberg, a sophomore, and wears the same number as his brother Scotty, who was a star the last couple of years here, graduated last year. Almost hard to tell them apart, at least on the field.
Similar body
style.
type. Yeah.
Carry the ball in a similar way.
Yeah.
Malice racing in. Changes direction, shoots, and a save made by Orosicchio. Another one saved. Wow.
Well, the first one was off his leg, so a good save there. And then the second.
And a flag comes in. I think that's going to go against Mamaroneck. And another flag comes in. So these might be on one on both teams. If that's the case, they'll play 5-on-5.
Well, it does get chippy between these two.
Well, that's the first example of it. We're still in the first half. It looks like it's going to be 5 aside, so one guy, one team member on each team in for, I'd say, probably 30 seconds. Actually, correct myself, Mapac's got 6, it's a 6-on-5. Tigers are all going to crash in on defense and not allow any inside opportunities. Shot saved by Rosen, who hangs on. The Tigers could kill off the rest of this penalty and get the man back. Ellis trying to rush up, there's a whistle. Timeout Mamaroneck. 7:58 to go, second quarter. Mamaroneck up 3-1. Charlie Harris has it on the restart, but some quick pressure right away. Ball comes loose and is picked up by Nick Sciarra for Mahopac. Working quickly inside and across. And we backed away by Brendan Donahoe. There's Janik with it behind the net. Thought about shooting it, passed it back to Donahoe. Long range shot, scores. Second goal today for Donahoe. Mapac's closed the gap, it's 3-2.
Brendan Donahoe, the senior, really pulling through for them today.
One of the 3 captains on the team and showing why he's a team leader. Shapiro against Sering on the face-off. Really fighting for this when it comes out. It's won by Mahopac. Aiden Hines, a defenseman, picked it up, unloads it. They'll get back on defense, let a midfielder get in. Hines to Donahoe. To his brother Eric. .6:45 to go, first half. Mahopac would trail 3-1. A chance to tie it up if they can score on the possession. And now a pass gets away from Eric Giorno, but he gets it back. Donahoe. Pass gets away. Ball loose, picked up, actually still loose. Is it still loose? Finally picked up by Giorno. And now a whistle. Another timeout. 6:14 to go, first half. Tigers 3, Mahopac Indians 2. It's Kyle Dillon with it on the restart. Mahopac still in possession. Now Eric Donahoe. Pass to Brendan Donahoe, gets knocked down, no call, and it's picked up by the Tigers. It's Mateo Brody. Pass gets away, Rosen chasing, that one goes out of bounds. Mahopac will take over.
Way to go! Way to go, back!
Glenn Janik has it. Quickly past to DJ Pearl, and then trying to pass across, and Rosen goes right up and snatches it out of the air. They'll pass it up quickly. It's Malice with it now. Tigers setting up shop on offense, trying to get themselves a multiple goal lead. Ewald. Back to Greenberg, now Malice. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Mamaroneck's slowing it down now.
I bet that won't last for long. Yeah. Long range shot. Is Reed Malice in a distance shooting contest?
Yeah, he is. That's his second one of the day that's been from that distance. And
over 15 yards away.
I mean, why not take it if you can? It's hard for the goalie to, locate the ball from that distance.
I almost wonder if Mamaroneck screens the goalie on those because you should be able to see that coming. I think they're just not used to seeing anyone shooting from that far away. Usually you crash in, no one's going to shoot from far out, but Reed Malice does not play by those rules. Face-off won by Mahopac. And a flag comes in, it's going to be against Mamaroneck. So next time there's either a stoppage of play or Mamaroneck touches the ball, we'll have that penalty assessed. Brendan Donahoe with it. Gets it to Kyle Dillon. Pass gets away and now a whistle. It is indeed against Mamaroneck. And it looks like Reed Malice is going to have to sit out.
Shame to take him out the way he's playing today.
Extra man opportunity for Mahopac.
Yeah.
Trailing by 2, you want to get that deficit back down to 1. Giorno. That's Christian Donahoe, so we've seen all the Donahoes today. Dillon. Around to Janik behind. Out to Christian Donahoe. Shot scores! Eric Giorno out in front.
Way to go, Kyle!
It's 4-3.
Both teams really sniping now. Not getting too much penetration inside, but they're shooting well from the perimeter.
Face-off looks good for Mamaroneck, but it stays loose, and now a whistle. They will give it to, I think, Mamaroneck. Yes, Mamaroneck.
Go, Eric!
Three and a half minutes left, second quarter. Tigers with a 1-goal lead. Pass gets away from Malice. It's raked. Malice so good at raking those loose balls where only he can get them. We've seen that all season long. Malice spins around. Bounce shot scores. Hat trick.
This time Malice able to get a little closer and slips one through off the bounce.
I said it before, he could shoot just about any way you can think of to shoot a lacrosse ball. Overhand, underhand, bounce, behind the back. .305 left in the half. Face off, flipping over it with Shapiro. And it's going to go to Mahopac. Sierra runs it up into the corner. Whistle comes in. They're going to call a delay of game, I think.
What box? What box? He's in the third.
So the Tigers get it back on the delay of game call. Some tight contact there, no call. That could have been a hit from behind. Shot saved by Rosen. And some contact after the shot. Mateo Brody.
That's it.
A little bit, looked like he hit someone with an elbow.
It's the, second time we've seen some physical interaction between the two teams outside of play.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more. So another 6-on-5 for Mahopac. Trailing by 2, and that's how most of the second quarter has been. They've either trailed by 1 or 2. They haven't led since they led 1-0 early on. Janik has it now, gets it back to Christian Donahoe. Janik again. Shot goes wide. That was from DJ Pearl, goes out of bounds. And with an even 2 minutes left in the half, Mahopac will keep it. How much more time's left on the penalty? They don't have a clock for that. Racing around, Christian Dono has a lead, shoots and scores.
Brendan Donahoe scored a few today. Christian Donahoe now, the sophomore, scoring his first.
He's a third different goal scorer for Mahopac, the second different Donahoe. And give credit to Mahopac for adjusting. Mamaroneck was really dominating this game early on, but looking a little more even now.
Well, we're also expecting maybe a little more defense than we've seen. Not that the defenses aren't playing well. I really think it's just some really nice shots we've been seeing from both teams. Just, getting into these corners, making it difficult for the goalies to defend.
Mahopac's also done a good job winning these face-offs lately. They've won something like 4 of the last 5. And
yeah, in the beginning it seemed like it was automatic for Shapiro, but now it's become more even.
Kyle Dillon racing around, shot saved by Rosen. And it will roll towards the out-of-bounds line, stays in. Picked up by the Tigers. behind on St. McElroy. I think that's going to send Eric Donahoe to the bench.
Really tripped him more than pushed him, I think. That was
something
certainly
happened.
not legal.
Not legal, yeah.
Parents do when they're subjected to that. Yes, he tripped
The
over.
Tigers a shot with the extra man. 51 seconds left in the half. I would assume that's a 30-second penalty. Tigers are tough to defend 6-on-6. Martin. First time in a while, Tigers have been able to go set up on offense. Shot was saved by Orzicchio, but the Tigers get it back. About 10 seconds left on the penalty. Harris, Ewald. Back to Harris. Tried to go inside, it came loose. Good defense from Max Littleton to deflect it.
Ambitious pass in there.
Trying to get the easy shot, but you have to complete the pass first.
Yeah.
10 seconds left in the half. Sierra trying to race this one up. 5 seconds, ball comes loose. Probably no more shots coming up. That one heaved down the field. Pass completed, and they're going to stop it before the play is finished. No goal, they're going to wave it off. And the clock did clearly expire 2-3 seconds before the shot.
Clock was behind him, so he couldn't see what the time was.
The official right on it, blowing the whistle.
That was nice.
So 5-4 the score. Tigers leading the Indians. And we'll be right back with the second half. We're back with the second half.
Started rather abruptly.
Didn't have time to get our mics on it. Looking for a face-off. Forgot there was still a penalty on Mamaroneck, which will, I think, now release. So we're back to 6-on-6. Five to 4, Mamaroneck leads. Winner will face the 3 seed North Rockland in 3 days' time. If Mamaroneck wins, we'll have that game for you next. Shot goes wide. Might have been a pass from Conley. Martin has it now. Martin still with it in the corner. Up top for Greenberg. Liam Monahan with it now. Back to Greenberg. Tigers are picking their spots. Greenberg goes left. Makes some space, shoots, and it's deflected by the defender. Eric Donahoe. Almost like a play out of hockey, laying out to block a shot.
I mean, if you're going to shoot from that distance, you have a lot of players with sticks able to block it before it even gets to the goalie.
You don't usually see a guy lay out to block him with the body, though. That was some extra effort there. Mahopac knows how important it is not to let Mamaroneck score. Underhand shot. And it was deflected, comes loose. Loose ball. Great job by Eric Greenberg to pick it up. Greenberg gets knocked down and hacked at. I don't know how there's no call there. Now a whistle. It's going to stay with Mamaroneck, so the call does go against Mahopac. Malice with it. 2 minutes into the second half. Neither team has scored in the half yet. Both teams with a goal in the first. Mamaroneck outscored Mahopac 4-3 in the second. That's how we got here. That shot goes out of bounds. Harem's all the way back out to Doug Huber, but Mamaroneck will have it on the restart. Ewald will pass. Monahan shoots and goes off the post and straight up into the air. Finally take a hop out of bounds. They give it to Mahopac.
Disbelief.
I think because it went off the post.
Chris Conley.
Sierra brings it up. Mahopac looking to equalize. Brendan Donahoe had a touch, passed up top for Eric Donahoe. Donahoe might have some space. Good pass inside, but flushed out is Brendan Donahoe. Janik with it, passes up top. Now Eric Donahoe. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Stingy defense from Mamaroneck on this possession so far. Giorno far corner. Pass behind to Janik, gets away and goes out of bounds. Mamaroneck ball.
Both teams playing good defense at the halftime break.
Passes to Jake Rosen, the goalie.
Saw 7 goals in the second quarter. So we'll see if the offense is fired down a bit.
Brody unloads it to Ewald. Ewald might have a one-on-one, but he backs off. Harris. That's Eric Greenberg.
They're always pretty tough.
Greenberg rushes up, might have a shooting lane, but it goes right into the stick of Orosicchio. And Mahopac takes over.
Good job, Nick.
DJ Pearl with it.
Oh my God.
Taking it behind was Kyle Dillon. Now Giorno with it. Christian Donahoe now. Pass gets away and goes out of bounds. Split the difference between Kyle Dillon and Eric Giorno. Nobody's there. They can't pass the ball to two guys at once.
Yeah,
Going in different directions.
long one there.
Nice pass up the field too. Ewald shoots. I don't know if it was saved or if it hit the post, but Mahopac picks it up. Sierra with some tight pressure unloads it to Christian Donahoe, who was able to get it past midfield. Under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Pearl playing Janik. Kyle Dillon. He sets up behind the net. Dillon to Janik. Janik defended by Charlie Harris and defended well. Comes back around and passes up top. Donahoe thought about shooting. A whole lot of pressure there. It's going to draw. No penalty. It's a timeout. 6:14 to go. Third quarter. Nobody scored in the quarter. It's still 5-4 Tigers. So Mahopac still with it coming out of the timeout. Defensive first 6 minutes of the third quarter. We're now halfway through the quarter. Dillon rushing in and behind. Gets it to Brendan Donahoe. Fakes the pass. Donahoe still with it near corner. Might have something to shoot here and not so quickly. Bounce shot misses and goes out of bounds. Mahopac will keep. It looked like something good to shoot from until Mamaroneck collapsed on him. Tried to hit the cutter, but the pass gets away. Mahopac picks it back up.
Both teams just playing excellent defense right now, and the goals we've seen have really just been very good shots, really, rather than defense breakdowns, you know. So I think the defenses for both teams definitely controlling this game, as we've seen no goals in this third quarter.
That one just goes wide off the stick of Eric Donahoe. think they're going to have to start shooting more of those long-range shots. They're not getting anything from the set offense or cutters or trying to deke themselves in. Nothing's happening. I almost jinxed it. Shot rings off the post from Donahoe.
Well,
goes out of bounds.
Ironically, that was one of the closest shots at goal we've really seen all game. They're trying to cut inside and then they just get a turnover. So maybe you're better off just trying some longer shots even if you're showing you can make them.
Even if you take them, just to bait the defense into staying off a man that can cut. Got to give a different look. Dylan shoots just wide, goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Mahopac. There's some tight defense there from Neon Tate. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Cooper Lavin. 4:20 left in the third quarter. Neither team has scored in the half. Couldn't get the shot off. Donahoe thought about one. Races in. Still has it. I thought he shot it. Ball comes loose.
Mamaroneck had it actually for a second, Rob, and then they lost it.
And they fight for the loose ball. Mamaroneck has it. Picked up by McElroy. McElroy running up the side. Absorbs a big blow. And I would assume that's not legal.
Warning. Oh, no. You passed that ball.
Stays Mamaroneck ball.
Wow. Oh, he called an elbow on one of these guys. I thought he called a word.
Now the
that would be
officials
brought
are going to
up.
talk.
As the officials showed up to the game 20 minutes late.
Well, I think the guy with the call was the guy who was here, isn't it?
No, the taller gentleman.
Oh, he's the one that showed up late?
Yeah.
Come on, Eric! I'll have to keep that in mind if I see him after the game.
What are you going to do?
Give him a dirty look and move on with my night. Big hit there. That one's legal from McElroy, and he'll run it up. I'd imagine Mahopac fans not happy with that sequence.
Look out for 32 and 28 to have a bit of a scuffle later on in this game.
Malice with it now. Tigers haven't been on offense for a while, it seems. Malice turns around a couple times. He's flushed out. Goes back behind, pass out in front, gets away. I think Greenberg should be able to handle it. And he's raking at it, and he finally picks it up. Good job to keep it in bounds, too. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Still 5-4 Tigers. Charlie Harris, long-range shot, is stopped up in the defense. And a whistle there.
Hey, you got one right.
Mahopac got happy with the call.
Yeah.
Mahopac trying to get something in transition. Save made by Rosen.
Yeah.
That shot goes high. We'll say with. Actually, they changed it. It's going to go to Mamaroneck. Got that save by Rosen. One-on-one, no defenders in the way.
Rosen playing very well this year. Weren't sure we would expect it after a great season last year by Thomas Brill, but
yeah, tough shoes to fill, but he's looked good. That's Ben Martin. No shot taken. Ball picked up by Mahopac. Absorbing some contact was Aiden Hines. Now Mahopac, pass blocked by Ewald. Ball loose, picked up by the Tigers. Great defense by Ewald. Chris Conley now. Takes a hit from behind, it goes down, that'll get flagged.
he hacked him while he was down. Not allowed to do that.
He did a whole lot of stuff you're not supposed to be able to do there. I don't think you're supposed to push someone from behind either.
acting up for my rep today.
So the Tigers will have an extra man. Minute 37 left in the quarter. Still nobody scored in this half. The 5-4, all 9 goals were scored in the first half. Greenberg. Top to Harris. And Malice, he can shoot from anywhere, so look out. He shoots from there, and it's wide.
Well, we're still scoreless in this half. Malice with 3 goals today would be the one to break it.
Conley up to Harris. Ewald. As the penalty expires, we're back to even strength.
Way to go, D!
Under 1 minute left, third quarter. That pass gets away.
Come on, Eric.
Still being raked at. Tigers have it. Still on his feet is Ewald. Pass up top to Harris. Under 30 seconds now in the quarter. Malice holding it, and I think he's kind of like holding for last shot in basketball.
He's got 15 seconds. And he's also not going to be able to see the scoreboard, so.
10 seconds now, 8 seconds. He does look back at the scoreboard, and now he'll rush in. 4 seconds, turn around, 3 seconds, shot.
Way to go, Pack!
Goes wide. So nobody scores in the third quarter. Score after 3, the same as a score after 2. It's 5-4 Tigers. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter. You do not want to miss it. It's next.
The sun has set. 5-4, the lead for Mamaroneck. Rob Reamer alongside Rob Moretti. It will be
These face-off wins are going Mahopac's way.
How we've gone to this point in the game, it was 1-1 after the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Mamaroneck scored 4 goals, Mahopac 3, and it was 5-4. And then last quarter, nobody scored. And here we are now, fourth quarter, 5-4 game. Quarterfinals of the Section 1A playoffs, and this is the last game for one of these teams.
It's almost a shame that one of these teams has to go home after this and have their season over.
Game played very well by both teams. And Mamaroneck, Max Ellis trying to knock the ball away, and a player is down. I can't identify him. Looks like Brett Young. We'll step aside and be right back here on lmc-tv. Brett Young able to walk off the field on his own power, so that is a good sign. 11:06 left to go in regulation. 5-4 Mamaroneck Tigers, Mahopac possession.
This is going to be a fun last 11 minutes. Every possession, every shot, every step so important.
If Mamaroneck wins this game, the semifinal game will be here at Memorial Field. If Mahopac wins, they'll have to travel to North Rockland. Ward will pass. Now inside to Donahoe. Good defense by Mamaroneck. He's being harassed. A penalty flag is out, and it is going to be on.
Really? It's a contact.
It's going to be I believe it. 2 minutes?
If it was contact to the head, it would be 2 minutes.
I heard a lady shout 2 minutes in the stands. Didn't see what the official said, but nonetheless, a penalty on Mamaroneck, and they're going to, Mahopac's going to have an opportunity here.
They've got the extra man, they're down a goal. That's really all they could ask for with 10.5 minutes left. They've got to take control and make the most of this opportunity to tie the game up.
Glenn Janik, pass to to Giorno. One goal game, plenty of time for both teams. And it is a turnover. Max Ellis will take it downfield for Mamaroneck. Or no, excuse me, that's not Max Ellis. That is Ryan LeBlanc.
Timeout.
Timeout called. We'll step aside and be right back. 10:02 left to go. Reed Malice scoring 3 goals today. Double team, gets out of it.
He is elusive.
On the head. Oh, come on.
Needs to find a teammate. Finally does in Ben Martin, but it isn't a successful pass. Mamaroneck will get it back though.
There's a flag.
Now a penalty flag.
I think that's going against Mahopac, and that would even it back up.
You see the importance of this game for both teams. They recognize it's a defensive game, a physical game, and seen a plethora of flags in the last couple of minutes.
Don't be surprised if we see a goal or two in the next minute with a 5-on-5.
Right, a lot
Open
more.
up the field a little bit more, kind of like a power play in hockey, especially NHL overtime regular season 4-on-4. You think about that.
Yeah, you can't collapse inside with as many people, and certainly more wide open. So, in that sense, perhaps an opportunity for Mamaroneck, even though they aren't a headed player. Ewald will pass to Martin.
Move the ball, move the ball, move it.
Inside, Conley to Ewald, and he scores! Alex Ewald, who scored the first goal of this game, has now scored his second, and it is 6-4 Mamaroneck Tigers, a big goal.
Oh, you can't overstate the importance of that goal. 6-4 now, 9:05 to go, and when you're up 1, you're always in danger of losing that lead. At least now they know they have 1 to give. They don't want to give it, but.
Well, a little bit of buffer room now for Mamaroneck. Shapiro in for the face-off.
Kind of surprising that Shapiro hasn't won as many face-offs, and now we're going to have a stoppage. I think it's because the scoreboard isn't correct. It still says 5-4, and I know that's not right.
It is 6-4.
That's corrected now.
So maybe that was the issue.
Nick Saring, who's in there for the face-off, has done a great job, and he wins another. It's not easy to out-face-off Ben Shapiro, but he's done it.
Donahoe, swarmed by 2 defenders. Mamaroneck possession. Malice will pass inside to Martin, and it's 7-4. Mamaroneck has broken this one open.
Well, Mahopac had their chance. They had a whole lot of chances when they were down 5-4 to tie it up. And you can't sit on this Mamaroneck team not scoring. You have to score when you're down 5-4, and they didn't. Now trailing by 3, but still with 8:31 to go, it's not over. They just need to turn up the intensity on offense.
Most definitely isn't. But definitely a good surge by Mamaroneck. It will be
Face-off violation, they get the ball.
Mahopac possession. Down 7-4. 8 minutes left.
That's it, Eric!
Giorno. Pass inside to Donahoe. Shoots and he puts it through. So fighting back a bit now. Mahopac down only 7-5.
And that wasn't easy. He was in there spinning around left and right. I think the ball actually popped out of his stick for a second, and he had to kind of catch it almost like it was a pass and then shoot it. But that's exactly what Mahopac needed, was a quick goal. Still 8 minutes to play. And they gain a little bit of momentum back. They need to keep up that same intensity when they have the ball. And Nick Saring's going to have to win a few more of these face-offs against Ben Shapiro.
Well, these face-offs are definitely going to be vital. Another one lost by Shapiro, and then nearly taken away by Charlie Harris. It'll be Mahopac possession. Now back to Mamaroneck, and a timeout is called. So 7:45 left to go in this game. 7-5 Mamaroneck leads. We'll be right back. Harris gets past the 50 and the possession will start.
How does Harris not lose that ball with all that contact? That is impressive.
Monaghan, 1 goal today. Get it into Harris, who does a bounce one up. Martin was closest to it. We'll stay with Mamaroneck.
You're going to rule that one a shot. Sometimes those aren't easy. If it's a shot or a pass, you have to make that decision. If it's a pass, it would change possession.
Well, at this juncture, Mamaroneck will waste out as much time as they want. They have
it looks like they have a change they wanted to make.
They do have a 2-score lead, so they can take that time. And Dart, I don't know if they're going to rule that a shot or a pass to Ben Martin. Would have been pretty hard to catch if that was a pass.
There's a lot of smoke coming into the field now. I think the student council barbecue is on fire, so.
Let's hope that's what it is.
Have to pull Mac Benson off the bench to extinguish that.
Get him some use.
Gotta be blue here!
And Mamaroneck will retain possession. Gets knocked down, and it is Mahopac possession.
Good defensive play there for Mahopac. The one thing they need is the ball. They need 2 things. They need goals, but to get that, they need the ball, obviously.
Come on, you got a 1 in here. Let's go!
Under 6 minutes now. And a great play on defense by Mamaroneck.
That's Ryan
And then
LeBlanc who was
Aaron
in there.
pass, and a score! Well, that was scored by Kyle Dillon from Mahopac, and it's a 1-point game. It was a great play by Ryan LeBlanc to knock the ball out, and then he threw an errant pass. It was intercepted right back by Dillon, and then he just put it into the net. So 2 serendipitous goals for Mahopac in the last few minutes, but it'll work, and they're now only down 1 in this game.
I told you it wasn't over. It's 7-4, and 7-6 now finally a face-off win for Mamaroneck.
Shapiro wins a face-off. It's been a while.
Tigers trying to right the ship here.
Ewald. Mamaroneck in front of their home fans. They've come in excellent numbers today.
We haven't seen numbers like this since football season.
Right, yeah. For this field, lacrosse is the most popular spring sport.
The only spring sport. Boys and girls.
Yeah. Shoots and scores. Charlie Harris makes it an 8-6 game. A big score for Mamaroneck. 5:04 left to go.
We've seen Mamaroneck, they'll bend, but they won't break. They're not putting Mahopac away, but they're doing what they have to do to stay in the lead. Question being, for the next 5:04, will that be enough?
We'll see. Mahopac has not won in this game. Another win by Ben Shapiro and a penalty flag.
That's going to go against Mahopac, I think.
Mahopac.
Well, he's public enemy number 1 in Mahopac.
He was public enemy number 1 before he even got here.
Yeah.
And that 25-minute delay on the start of the game was supposed to start at 7. Started closer to 7:25 because he thought the game was at Mahopac.
Well, the fans stayed, we stayed, the players are playing, so nobody minded enough to leave, I guess.
This is a highly anticipated matchup coming in.
Mahopac possession. 4:40 left to go. Down by 2 scores, they're going to need to score quickly. First, though, they have to get it out of their own side of the field, which will be harder than it looks. Swarm by Mamaroneck. Finally, the pass is good to Janik. Max Ellis harassing Janik. Knocked out. It is Mamaroneck ball.
Who's there? Get out here!
Pass not handled. Until finally McElroy could get it. Inside of 4 minutes, Mamaroneck up 2 goals. Reed Malice with the ball. They're gonna take their time. Now charge in actually. Shot taken and scored. Now open it up by 3 goals, scored by Eric Greenberg.
They've got that 3-goal lead started. And the baseball team just got back.
The baseball team coming back, honking their horn.
They had a
after that
doubleheader
goal.
today. They went up to all the way up to Columbia near Albany, beat them. Then they went down to Arlington and beat them. In Arlington, the reigning sectional champs in Section 1 Class A.
Looks like a good day for Mamaroneck sports if cross team could hold on here. Mahopac in real need of a score. Max Ellis, better look behind him, gets nailed on the side, and he's not going to be happy about that.
A simple piece of analysis there. You can't do that.
That was frustration more than strategy right there.
So you don't think this is definitely highlighting the play? Oh, yeah, no. It's great.
The Tigers are already up 3, and they'll have the extra man now.
Tall order for Mahopac to come back from this deficit, but we've seen stranger things, and
Mahopac's done a good job hanging around, but
they're winning those face-offs, so they can get 1 goal. There's no reason why they can't immediately score another. So,
but at the same token, they haven't had a lead yet.
A great defensive play to knock it out, and Mahopac will get the ball back.
Come on, get on him, get on him!
Come on, Chris!
Surely desperate times for Mahopac. Some nifty moves by Nick Sierra to get the ball past the 50. Janik. Donahoe holding onto the ball. His team doesn't have much time. Get to Giorno. Lob pass.
Come on, let's go, come on! Ain't got much time, guys.
You got to draw up some sort of play to get a score. It'll go through. Ewald looks like he's in position to get it for Mamaroneck. Goes out of bounds, and it is Mamaroneck possession.
You can just see the body language from Mahopac. They're getting frustrated out there.
I wouldn't blame them. For a lot of those players, this is the last 120 seconds of their careers in lacrosse.
Here, you take it for me. I'm trying to get beat up.
Well, the rivalry will continue next year no matter what the score between these two teams. High shot taken by Monahan.
Tigers a minute and a half away from a date with North Rockland right here. If the score holds up, that game will come up next. So stay tuned.
Although we played them back in August.
Shoots, and it's off the post. Crosses the plane, and it is 10-6, Mamaroneck.
I think that hit the post and went off the goalie and in.
Well,
I would say to give Arizicchio the assist, but I don't think he wants it.
he does not.
Especially Division 1.
There's a flag down. It's might be an unsportsmanlike against Mahopac, as maybe something was said.
1 minute unreleased.
Well,
It happens a lot when a team's near the brink of elimination. The emotions come out.
Nick. Take it.
God would have to be looking over Mahopac right now if they wanted any chance. They need a miracle. Down
19,
4. Yeah.
Minute 19, down 4. That's getting in the not very likely start of time remaining.
I can't say that I have tried.
Come on, Nick.
Took a long time to set up.
Well, this kid is just...
119 left. Shapiro does not win. It's won by Mahopac. They got to score really quickly if they want to win this game. A penalty flag.
I saw 2 of them. I don't know if that was on purpose, because he grabbed them.
Donahoe shoots, and it is not a goal.
It went wide, and I think that was only meant to be 1 flag. I think he went to grab one, and they both just ended up in his hand and getting thrown.
Long day for that official. So had to pick up 1 more flag than he needed to.
I just learned last week that they actually have 2 flags that they carry. Usually, in football, they have 1. They'll start throwing their hat for a second flag.
Under a minute. Shot taken and scored. So a breath of hope for Mahopac. That was scored by, I believe, Christian Donahoe.
That's who I think scored it as well. 54 seconds left and a 3-goal lead from Mamaroneck. It looks good, but you can't let what just happened happen again. You need to shut it down. So if they can move the ball up that quickly, it could happen.
Shapiro could just win one of these face-offs. It might be enough to seal it.
Whoever has the ball from Mamaroneck is going to get attacked.
Well, they're going to stop play, but it looks like Mamaroneck won. Clock is ticking. It's under 50 seconds. Greenberg getting hacked. There's another flag. I mean, at this point, that's what you gotta do if you want to win.
That kid was, he was
Another flag.
Well, that time it was on purpose he threw 2 flags. Doesn't look too good for Mahopac right now.
I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors here. You're now 2 men down. I think that might have been like a double minor. So it was against the same player. So 36 seconds, he's out for the rest of the game. And really, you do that, you take any hope you have of coming back and just throw it right out the window.
Well, looks like it's going to be a good win for Mamaroneck.
I think it's 5-on-4 right now, so I think the Mamaroneck player got flagged there too.
Good plays by Conley. Get out of there.
Looks like Tigers might just run the rest of the game out because they've had some opportunities to score and they're not taking them.
And it will go through and out of bounds. So Mahopac will have 15 seconds to score 3 goals. Under 10 seconds. The fans will stand up in recognition of a victory for Mamaroneck. 10-7 final score. Mamaroneck advances to the semifinals to play North Rockland.
And a great team win from Mamaroneck. They were never down, but it was a 1-goal game for, I'd say, over half the game. So not an easy win until they kind of took control in the last 5 minutes.
Well, stay tuned for post-game interviews and a wrap-up here on lmc-tv. Mamaroneck wins 10-7.
Back on the post-game show, joined by Tigers face-off specialist Ben Shapiro. Ben, I've always wondered, what do you do to get so good at winning these face-offs? It seems like you win all of them.
It's just practice and practice. I go to a guy named Matt Schoenberg in Long Island, and it helps me out so much.
And how good does it feel to be able to help the team jumpstart the offense, things like that, just being able, over the course of the season, winning a majority of face-offs?
It's amazing. It makes me feel so good. And just to get my team out there and then get the ball to score, it's awesome.
Do you have any scouting on the face-off specialist for North Rockland? That's who you're playing next, so you see them in a few days.
I was told that the Mahopac kid was probably the best I was going to face, but I got to go in it just like I went into this game and go hard.
Here on the post-game show with Reed Mallison, nice hat trick today. Some of those shots were from pretty far range. What were you thinking when you shot them?
Yeah, it was definitely good to get them going. In the first quarter, we were struggling a bit. Their goalie played great, but once we got a couple of good shots, they were able to fall, and we just carried that momentum throughout, so it was really good for us.
Beating your rival now for a 3rd straight year, how does this feel going to the semifinal game?
It's a great feeling. They're a fantastic team, and we look forward to playing them. We always know it's going to be a real battle, so it was a great matchup. Hopefully we get to see them again next year, but it's the playoffs, so on to the next one. We're focusing on North Rockland, and going to study up on them tomorrow, and hopefully we get another win.
Mamaroneck beats Mahopac 10-7 in the quarterfinal of the Section 1A playoffs, and we'll move on to play North Rockland on Tuesday here on Memorial Field. And Rob, what was the key to this victory for Mamaroneck?
10 goals, it would be easy to say that was the offense, but really the defense locked it down for the most part, especially both teams really in that 3rd quarter. Neither team scored a goal, but Mamaroneck broke out of that first, and I think that's what separated them. It was a 1-goal game. Mamaroneck made it a 2-goal game, and even though after they got it up to 3, Mahopac got it back down to 1, they never relinquished the lead, and I think the defense really set the tempo today, and I think that's what's going to help them the next game as well against North Rockland.
Well, a good win for Mamaroneck today. A few people to thank, Noah Velasquez, Matt Meyerson, and Jabril Sidmeister. I'm Robert Reamer, and that's Rob Beretti saying good night, everyone.